Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Oh yes, I've been enjoying this series recently, and apparently so have you. You guys have been so supportive on the last few episodes, and I really appreciate it. We've been doing such amazing work, building such wonderful factories. This episode is going to be kind of a piecemeal episode. We have a lot of different things to get through. We got to get through the space elevator package, we got to unlock a few milestones, but we're not building any absolutely massive factories. We are going to be building a temporary factory for the space elevator to manufacture all the project parts, but it should be a fairly simple build and it's going to be taken down at the end of the episode. The big factory is going to come again next episode as we start to dive into oil, plastics, and all that stuff. But for this episode, we got to deal with a little bit of the piecemeal stuff and just have a little bit of fun. In order to unlock the next phase of the space elevator, which is our main goal for this episode, we need 1,000 smart plating, 1,000 versatile framework, and 100 automated wiring. The 100 automated wiring is pretty simple. All those ingredients are in here. We only needed 100 stators, which we already have going from our advanced steel plans a couple episodes ago, or last episode. The 1,000 smart plating is really easy. We've had both of these components, rotors and reinforced iron plates, automated for a really long time, so I just picked those up from right here, nice and easy and ready to go on that front. But then it's the versatile framework that is a real pain to look at. If we look at the versatile framework recipe, you can see that it takes 6 steel beams for 1 versatile framework. So in order to have 1,000 versatile frameworks, we need 6,000 steel beams, and that's quite a lot. In here we have 4,200 steel beams and 350 modular frames, which is enough to make 700 of those versatile frameworks, but we need 1,000. So as you can see on the right hand side of my screen, we need to make 300 more versatile frameworks. I have the 150 modular frames all hidden away in here, but we do need 1,800 more steel beams. I'm keeping the 480 that I have on me for my own usage, for my own conveyor belts, for my own storage, all that stuff. But that 1,800 is being produced slowly away at our steel factory. In the meantime, let's dive into some milestones. First up, we got fix-it blueprints, but before that, I want to do a little bit of MAM research. We've got a few things that we can do here today. First things first, we should just be able to hop into our new alien megafauna milestone and get the inflated pocket dimension for 6 extra inventory slots. Nice 3 seconds of research, easy, and we're good to go. There's our extra resource. Hi, Ada!
Pocket dimension significantly expanded.
Sweet.
I worked all afternoon, analyzing the transdimensional confibulatory permutations of alien DNA to achieve this.
Oh, yeah.
We are all doing our part for Fix-It.
Thanks, Ada. I think we'll just start to research a hard drive. Now, back to the blueprints milestone that we're working on. I'm just going to take all the resources from this box, because again, I pre-prepared a lot of this, and we should be ready to go, ready to launch that. That's going to be 5 minutes before we can get going again, but what's Ada got to say?
Milestone reached. Blueprints reduce repetitive building tasks, further optimizing your progression towards saving Earth. With its beautiful ecosystems, abundant natural resources, and sunsets over frolicking
Puppies and
kittens.
kittens.
The blueprint designer allows you to build and combine structures once and then duplicate that configuration effortlessly. Any complaints about the spatial restrictions will only reveal your own inefficiencies.
Okay, I'm gonna try and place down this blueprint designer. I've locked it into place over here just so that I can see how it's going. That means that I can use the nudge function. I press H to lock it into place, and then I can nudge it all around. You can see that it's claiming that it's going to be clipping. Right now it looks like it's clipping into the conveyor belts on this end, so maybe if I move it over down that way, we might get it clipped more into these foundations, but this is still workable. This is a really big building. It looks like it's comparable-ish in size to the space elevator. What's Ada got to say about this?
Once you have built a satisfactory blueprint, interact with the Blueprint Designer terminal to save it. If you find yourself struggling to work within the set size restrictions, remember that this is a you problem, and efficiency can always be improved.
Thanks. Well, let's see what we can fit in this area. 3 assemblers, if we optimized it, I bet we could fit 6 assemblers in this space, maybe less. If we went vertically, maybe we could fit 8 or 12. To be completely honest, I think it's something that I could have some fun playing around with right now, just knowing that there's so many community blueprints that I can just load on in here, but I don't really know or have much of a idea of what I would use this for quite yet. So I'm not going to worry about the blueprint designer yet. I think it's really nice to have though, especially knowing that there is a future version where it gets even bigger. I feel like that would be even more useful. But at the stage of the game that I'm at, I'm kind of enjoying just manually placing piece by piece. Next up, we're going to be unlocking the expanded power infrastructure milestone, which will give us power storage and power towers. But we've got another couple of minutes before this space elevator pod returns. Oh, look at those lights up there. It might be time to start working on our project parts temporary factory. I think I'm going to locate that just up here and just build a nice big factory platform. And there we go, we got a really nice long platform for us over here, and I think I'm just going to fill this up entirely with assemblers. Here we are with a long row of, actually I don't even know how many, 18. All of these 18 assemblers are feeding into the space elevator, and I still gotta set the recipes and put the ingredients in, but we'll come back to that because not only has our pod landed, our MAM research is complete. Bolted beam or bolted frame. I think we like bolted frame. Let's give that a shot. And in the meantime, let's begin to scan yet another hard drive and unlock the next milestone. Expanded power infrastructure, here we come. Launched.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fixit developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist.
Thanks, Fixit.
Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fixit and humanity.
Well, I just placed down these three components, and here we are. We got a power tower. We got a power tower with a platform, and we got our power storage. Power tower without the platform looks kind of naked, to be honest. The biggest benefit of these power towers, in my eyes, isn't just that they look cool, but it's that you can zip line between them without having to jump. So if I start heading this way, I can hold shift to accelerate, and you saw that? I just went straight over that power node. And I can do it on the way back as well. Jump up, get going, hold shift to accelerate, and straight over, don't have to jump. If we look at our power graph, we are producing 1200 megawatts and we're consuming, I mean, to be honest, just about that much. We don't have a lot of headway, and we're about to add nearly 200 megawatts extra from all those assemblers, which is going to actually push us over our current production and into our capacity, which means it's going to start to use our biomass burners again for the first time in a long time. This is all going to be temporary, but things like power storage or building a whole new factory, we actually want to wait until we can have more advanced power systems before we can do any of that. So on that note, our next milestone is going to be hypertubes. We've got our research going on in the MAM. We've got a few minutes left in there. So it's back to setting up this big project part factory that we've got going on up here. When we take a look at our ratios, we can make 2 smart plating per minute, 5 versatile framework per minute, and 2.5 automated wiring per minute. Because we're making so few automated wiring, I think I'm only going to have 2 machines for automated wiring, which leaves us with 16 remaining machines. Because versatile framework is more than double what smart plating can do, I think we're going to give that 5 machines for versatile framework, and then we're going to give smart plating the remaining 11. Unfortunately, because of how this is set up, we're actually going to want to split this perfectly evenly, because we're only going to be feeding these as many parts as is necessary to complete the space elevator package, which means that we're going to want to load balance all of our splitters. So this is not going to be pretty at all, but it is going to be workable, and this is all temporary. Everything is temporary, as we always say. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I just have to keep on telling myself this is temporary, this is temporary, this is temporary. I'm gonna take it down. This is gonna be all torn down at the end of the episode. This is temporary. It's fine, I promise. Gosh, this hurts so much to see. This, folks, is why we don't load balance our systems. This is why we typically manifold them. Manifolding is, as we've done in a few other cases, where it just all feeds out and into one system and that system branches off, or kind of like how our outputs over here are actually manifolds. It all comes out and it feeds into one central line. In this case, it would be the inputs feeding off of one central line. But that principle relies on each machine, the first machine in the line where it's splitting off, filling up before it moves on and starts to fill up more of the second machine. But because we're only giving the necessary parts, these machines are hopefully not going to ever fill up fully, which means that we cannot manifold these inputs. We have to load balance them unless we want one of the machines to be doing a lot of extra work. But we're ready to start to move these parts up on into there. I'm going to start with the automated wiring because that one's among the easiest ones. And this should be really simple. The way this is set up is just 2 storage containers, so you put 1 input into each of them, and they should automatically feed on into these assemblers. Referring in all the smart plating parts next, that's all going to feed on into their 11 crafters. Now we've got the versatile frameworks where, again, as mentioned earlier in the episode, we don't actually have everything that we need. We're still waiting on 1,800 extra steel beams. Plus, this storage box wouldn't fit those extra 1,800 steel beams quite yet anyway, so it's nothing to worry about quite yet. Because of how this is being load balanced right now, we have 2 on either end over here and 2 on either end over here, but that's getting the same amount as this 1 in the center, so I think we might want to double overclock this one in the center. And here we are with our 2 power shards ready to overclock this properly to 200%. That's 10 per minute. Last thing that I want to think about is our output. You can see everything is being ferried down nice and neatly, and in the top right hand corner you can see that things are actually starting to fill up in the space elevator. That's really exciting. With that all set, I want to check out our MAM research. How's that going for us? Call complete. What do we got? Wet concrete and charcoal. I don't like either of these. And if I re-roll, we got steeled frame and basic iron ingot. I kind of like steeled frame, so maybe I can go for that. One of the other techniques that I can do is just leave this as it is, because that means that the next time I roll a hard drive, this other recipe also won't come up. It excludes it from the pool of recipes when I roll this next hard drive. So I think I'm just going to do that. I'm going to leave it around there because I'm not going to be using that recipe anytime soon. So I'll just let it build up. And in the meantime, I'll unlock hypertubes. And launching that, what's Ada got to say for us now?
Milestone reached. By adding hypertube entrances at both ends of hypertubes, pioneers can achieve 2-way travel between locations. They are also error% safer than junk pads. You dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fix-It listened to your dreams. We watched them. We took extensive notes. Hypertubes. Because Fix-It makes pioneers' closely monitored dreams come true.
Okay, we've got hypertubes on the menu now. And I don't know if we have the power infrastructure to support playing around with these too much. But I think we can experiment at least a little bit, because one of the most fun things about hypertube is that you can technically build cannons with them. But yeah, that's right, you heard me right, you can build cannons with your hypertubes if you set them up right, and I think I'm doing that right now. You can build a cannon. So what I've done is I've placed supports down every few meters. Every other support, I've added an entrance onto it. Then right after the entrance, I'm gonna add the tiniest little segment of hypertube. Just one more to go. And now these can all be connected up to power. This is gonna be 80 extra megawatts. Oh, we so don't have the capacity to support this. I'm gonna take one off the end over here. So what I want to show you is this: a hypertube entrance is something that means that you can enter it. You can see it's opening up. This pipe is what you're meant to travel through. But what I've done over here is create a lot of segments of really small travel pipes. Because the way that entrances work, when you enter in, it accelerates you up to hypertube speed, but it can multiply. So here you have one entrance, second entrance, third entrance, and each time it's going to increase your speed. And by the time you get to this last entrance, you should be going so fast, and you should be cannonball shot right out of this end into the distance, and it'll be amazing. Maybe my angle here at the end, maybe I will just build it again like that, even shorter, and this should just fling me out. I don't know. Let me in. Oh, yeah. That's what I like to see. I have now been cannoned, and oh, look at the world around us. Here are some of the coasts that we're going to be exploring next episode. You can see our steel plant is all the way over there. There's our home base. This is the view of the gods, my friends. Here is that you can see the scale of everything. You can see our giant big factory platforms over there. Also how big our home base is, but just how huge the world is. You can't even see everything with the fog clouding over your view. This is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now I know that our power is just rapidly being used up, so I want to try and get back to our factory as soon as possible, but you can see the potential that these cannons have. This is awesome. This just sent us up into the sky, but imagine using one of these and stacking it even bigger and using it to get all the way across the map. Wait, let's pick up this purple power slug on our way down. Boop. Nice. Right, back to home base we go. There we go. I've disconnected all these hypertubes for now, just because they were consuming a little bit too much power. But this is a really fun thing to mess around with, and I'm really glad that we did that. On the note of hypertubes, that means that we've completed all of tier 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've got our project parts being automated for phase 2 of the space elevator. You can see them all slowly being carried down and all sent right on into here. Nice and neat. We're already almost done with automated wiring. Nice. We're having a lot of fun up there, but as I mentioned a couple times, we need a lot more steel beams to finish off the versatile framework. So I think it's time that we head on over to our steel plant. But this is going to be a multi-purpose trip. We're not just going to head over there. We are going to build the transportation network for generations to come. And by generations, I mean the next few play sessions before we get something even more sophisticated, because it's time for power tower platforms. I think I'm going to set one central platform for our home base. And then I want to head up to the top of this, and I want to build future platforms from up above. As you can see, these can actually go quite a long distance, which is going to be really nice for saving on some resources. And for aesthetics, this is beautiful. I have to say, I absolutely love the aesthetics of these giant power towers. There we go. Keep the zipline activated. Ah, there's our little tractor ferrying its way back and forth. Good job, tractor. I'm so proud of you. And our fix-it freighter is re-entered. Alright, just keeping on, carrying these power towers on over. We got a third one. Look at those resources all flying towards it, building it just as we're approaching. Look how far these guys reach. We got to go on either side of this tree in front of us. Oh, can we beat the resources? Can we beat the resources? What if we sprint? No, the resources are still going to beat us. We'll leave this tree for now, see if it impacts our zip lining. I get a feeling that it might do, but I don't want to stress about that. There we go. One more. I think I'm going to crash into this tree. I think. Oh, yes indeed I did. But that's okay. We'll chop that tree down. We'll chop both of those trees down and we'll be okay. One more of these power towers placed down in our modular frame factory area. It looks like I overshot our target a little bit, but maybe that's okay. Maybe I can give us an extra dramatic ride. Place one of these power towers over here and then send us way down. This could be a kind of neat ride for us. There we go. Yeah, look at that. That is a good ride. Kind of scary, but also kind of cool. I'm definitely going to want to test that angle. That looks a little bit sharp. If it flings me off right into the void, I'll be devastated. Ah, it flung me off. No. So that location won't work. And we made it. We made it over to our steel factory, and let's see how many steel beams we've got produced for ourselves. We've got just barely over 1,800. I would like to have a little bit extra in here. While I'm here, I'm going to pick up a little bit extra of some of these other resources that we got for ourselves. Pick up a little bit extra pipes, pick up some extra stators, some extra motors, and a fair few stacks of extra encased industrial beams, because I know that we used quite a lot of those in today's milestone. Even though we're not quite at as many steel beams as I would have liked, that is enough to fully have completed our space elevator project parts. I like this new zip line. This is so much faster than the other line that we had down there, especially because I'm now sprinting. I don't have to worry about jumping. I can even right click and just go AFK. Although I am gonna hit this tree, aren't I? No. And at the end, it just launches us off right into our factory. Very nice. There's our 1,500 modular frames, 1,800 steel beams. Looks like we are totally done on automated wiring, which is great. I gotta say, it is fantastic. Now let's see, which one of these is steel beams? Steel beams is coming out of this side. Let's make sure we put our steel beams into there so it backs up down the correct track. And let's put, no, not steel pipes, not steel pipe, not steel pipes, modular frames down there. You can see we actually are just about out of resources here. So it looks like we're actually perfectly timed on our delivery of these parts. It looks like we're only a short bit away. We're only maybe 10 minutes away from getting everything done on this front, but I'm not going to worry about that yet because my main priority is clearing out some of those trees from our brand new zip line. Gosh, these things are still just absolute beauties. They're beasts on the landscape. Like, imagine if we could just ride these in real life. Imagine if we could zip line on our industrial power towers in real life. Ugh, we'd probably all be dead. Alright, here are our trees. I think I might leave this one because it feels kind of nice to just go straight through a tree. But this one, we gotta get rid of. I think we can keep this one too, but this one has gotta go. This tree I think we pass right through, so we should be good on the zipline front. I'm just gonna take my hands off the keyboard and enjoy the ride. You know, I can hit right click to open the zipline. If you didn't know that, I didn't either. One of my friends had to tell me. But you can hit right click to keep the zipline open manually. You can shift, so I can go a little bit faster. You can see a little bit of a speed boost there, but I'm not too fussed about it. I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. Right, we're back in the base. Zipline's still extended. They just got launched off that power tower. And we got some MAM research to look at. What's our hard drive saying this time? We've got ourselves fine concrete and deuterium wire. Deuterium wire could actually be really nice. I don't think it's something that I'm going to use right away. So again, much like the steel frame up here, I think I'm just going to keep it sitting in the MAM. But I think it's something that's pretty potentially useful, to be honest. I'm gonna put our last hard drive into here and see what we get out of that in 10 minutes. All right, let's see how our machines are doing up top. I think we're gonna want to do a little bit of rebalancing because the center few machines seem to have gotten a lot more than these guys on the sides. And here we are. If the math is correct, which there's a good chance that it won't be, and this will be very embarrassing if so. This is the very last smart plating going into our space elevator. Oh, the number ticked up. Maybe it's fine. Maybe my math is totally okay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's 999. So here's the very last smart plating as it descends this conveyor lift towards the space elevator, and we make our way towards the very last package. Oh, the man research is complete, and I want to dismantle this horrible, horrible factory. Oh, there's so many things I want to do, but I just have to. I have to watch this smart plating make its way in. It's gonna clip through the grass a little bit, but that's no matter for this amazing smart plating as it makes its way in. And we did it. We're ready. We're very ready for phase 2. But I first want to check out the MAM. What did we get for this hard drive? We got fused wire or iron pipes. Fused wire is not good. Never mind. Iron pipes looks really cool, to be completely honest. That skips an entire step, and it goes from 3 raw iron to 1 pipe to 4 smelted iron for 1 pipe. I think that's a trade-off that I'm willing to make, to be honest. That's pretty cool. I like iron pipes, actually. I like that. Now, before we launch the space elevator, I have to get rid of this horrible, horrible temporary factory. And I'm gonna use the filtered dismantle for this. So I'm gonna tap G on it and make sure that I'm only dismantling the assemblers. And there we go. And it's gone. We're back to our nice, normal, clear area. It looks kind of barren now. It looks kind of empty. I kind of liked having a factory up there, but not that one, not that one. That factory was so bad. Okay, it's time. I think it's time. Are we ready? We've done our MAM. We've done all of the tiers. We've done all of the project parts. We've upgraded our power towers. We've created a hypertube. It's time to send phase 2 to round out the episode. We've completed smart plating. We've completed vertical framework. We completed all of the automated wiring, and now it's time to seal it. All 3. Done. Package it all away, spin it closed, secure in container, pull it away. Ada, what do you got to say for us?
Welcome to the project assembly.
Yes. One of my favorite parts. Oh, I love this last time.
Phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for delivery.
Thank you, Ada.
On delivery, phase 2 will be completed and the construction dock will be constructed.
Construction dock.
After completion of phase 2, the technologies of tiers 5 and 6 will become available in the hub.
Yes.
These might feel intimidating after your previous experience, but rest assured that you would not be here if you were entirely incompetent. Completing phase 3 of project assembly is your next main objective. Just remember to focus on producing and delivering the project parts, and Fix It's faith in you will be strengthened.
Okay, Ada. Ooh, oil, trains, and more. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Well, I think we're ready to send it. Now, just for my own curiosity, are we cloudy up here? We are cloudy up here. One of my favorite things last time is how this cleared the clouds. So I'm just hitting send here, and I just want to watch this send off. Okay, there it is. Taking everything off. Ready. And watch it clear the clouds. There's the manta ray. Clear the clouds, clear the clouds, clear the clouds. Yeah, baby. Amazing. Oh, look at the expansion. Oh. It's filtering the sun and everything. That's a huge expansion. Oh my goodness. That's so much more than I thought that this would give us. I know I saw the blueprints, but this is a lot. Damn. Oh, and we have trains up there now? We do. We have trains up there now. In addition to our existing floaty little cars we got, we also have trains. Yes. Oh, yes. I love this. I love our space elevator. Hello, Ada.
Phase 2 of project assembly completed. You have been performing more adequately under pressure and are closer than ever to saving the day. Perhaps you were the right choice for the job.
That's right, Ada.
Time will tell. You will now enter phase 3 of project assembly. Continue as you are, and there should be no issue.
All right.
For humanity,
For humanity.
it.
For humanity. Yes, Ada. Anything for you, Ada. I love you, Ada. Okay, hello, bird. How are you? Oh, man. We've got complete phase 3 as our next objective, which is going to require a whole lot of parts that I am nowhere near yet. But we've now got tiers 5 and 6. Oh, we're inching ever closer to the later stages of the game. Tiers 5 and 6 are so exciting. At tier 5, we've got a jetpack, we got oil, we got logistics mark 4, we got fluids, I don't care about fluids. I don't really care about petroleum power. I do. More power. Oh, so important. We got oil processing, petroleum power. Tier 6, we've got the manufacturer. We got trains. We got more trains. We got pipes, whatever. We got the blueprint designer mark 2. Okay. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Jetpack is kind of whatever, but I think I can unlock that really easily. Oil is going to be really big because that's going to be the next stage of our power too. So this is going to be a lot. We've got a lot coming our way before we get to tier 7 and phase 3. The next episode, I think it's time to start and dive in and build an absolutely massive oil factory. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I hope you are too. But with all of that, we did so many different things today. We did 3 different tiers. We did a whole bunch of NAM stuff. We did some hard drive research. We completed phase 3 of the space elevator. We experimented with hypertubes, the blueprint designer, and these new power towers. It has been a jam-packed episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. I've been enjoying it, and I'll see you next week for our oil plant. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Where's the wave? Where's the wave? There it is. Bye.